global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Ever since the coming together of the likes of Nisa El-Rufai, the president of Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi Kwangwaso, and of course the likes of Aregbesola, and co, Rotimi Ameachi, all of them both former vice president, former governors of the various states of Kaduna, Rivers, Anambra, and the likes. All of them coming together, they made very powerful statement concerning the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which did not sit well with APC. Of course, they have decided to climb back at them, but this time around, exposing their moves, what they did, how they sabotaged the former government, and what they are intending to do. And Nigerians must, in all honesty, not allow them to merge. Let's find out their next moves as APC and the supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu expose each and every one of them, one after the other. Let's dive into the news. A chieftain of the All Progressive Congress and a core supporter of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ayekuto Akindele, has alleged that reasons former Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi may remain bitter against his former principal Muhammad Buhari. Now, this popular social media influencer said that Amechi may be bitter over Buhari's failure to endorse him during the APC presidential primary election in 2022. According to Ayekuto, despite Amechi's infrastructural efforts in Buhari's hometown, Douala, the immediate past president failed to impose him, that's Amechi, on the ruling party. He wrote, and I quote, "Two reasons he will never forgive Buhari despite procuring a chieftaincy title in Douala, allocating a transportation university there. Buhari did not impose him on the APC chai. This is unforgivable." Now, Ayekuto also stated that after resigning to run a stadium marathon for APC ticket and lost shamefully and shamelessly, despite begging Buhari to allow him return as minister, Buhari was just saying minini, as he didn't understand what he was saying. His remarks, of course, followed Amechi's recent comment placing former President Olusegun Obasanjo ahead of other previous Nigerian leaders. Amechi had in a recent event described Obasanjo as the last president to create a middle class in Nigeria, stressing that the former president created an economy that generated jobs which brought about the middle class. Of course, Atiku Abubakar is also not left out in this water giving, as Larry Olayinka, the senior special assistant on public communications to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has blamed former Vice President Atiku Abubakar for ousting of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) from power in 2015 presidential election. Olayinka stated that if Atiku Abubakar had not led a rebellion against former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's bid for a second time, the party would still be in power at the federal level today. He accused Atiku of being so desperate to contest the 2015 election that he orchestrated the rebellion that ultimately led to the PDP losing power. Olayinka further explained that in 2015, Atiku was part of the All Progressive Congress, where he invested his resources to help the opposition to oust the PDP. Olayinka stated that after the PDP lost power in 2015, it was individuals like Nyesom Wike and Ayo Fayose who took it upon themselves to rebuild the PDP, investing both their time and money and risking their political positions. He said, and I quote, "Because somebody was so desperate to contest the election and insisted that former President Goodluck Jonathan will not have a second term, he led the rebellion." I'm talking about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He led the rebellion that took PDP out of power in 2015. If Atiku Abubakar did not lead that rebellion of 2014, PDP would still be in power now. In 2015, Atiku Abubakar was in APC. His money, everything was spent to take PDP out of power. PDP lost the election. Some people, including FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, took the task of rebuilding the party on themselves. They spent their time, they spent their money, they took risk at the expense of losing their seat as governor. Nyesom Wike, Ayo Fayosho, and all of them. This is quite interesting. My colleague is in the house. Sometimes it's good for us to do what we call refresher course on some of these are politicians who are now acting like saints, starting from Rotimi Ameachi to Atiku Abubakar, and the roles they played in the past dispensation or in the past administration. And now they're now shouting and screaming as if they're saints. Even Nisa El-Rufai is not particularly a saint during his reign and time as Kaduna State Governor. What's your take particularly with Atiku Abubakar's case?
Well, Atiku Abubakar is out to grab the power. These things are not far-fetched because already we've been seeing them juggling from one party to the other. None of them can say that they have a political philosophy, kind of political mantra. They don't have it. What they do is shopping from any place that they know that they have an opportunity. You will be so sure that they are going for it. So for someone like Atiku Abubakar, if Nigerians are serious with, wanting a new Nigeria, such men should be kept at the position of elder statesman. He had an opportunity, during the period of Obasanjo. At the end of the day, when both of them decided to wash their dirty linens outside, it wasn't a palatable thing. I'm not trying to badmouth him, but there were adequate proof pointing to one direction that he's not fit enough, to secure any position. So despite all the criticism that I see them rolling out against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I'm not totally in support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's policies and government. I'm not in support of it. But despite all of that, we still retrospect. And when we go down memory lane, what they leave behind as their track record is nothing to write home about. And I can assure you, a man at that age, do you think it's going to change? A few years ago, let's put it at maybe 20 years ago, maybe 15, 17 years ago, he was in power. And now he's coming again to seek that same. Do you think he's going to do anything different?
No, I think that should
I don't think.
I think it was in power some 30 years ago.
It's not up to 30 years ago. They were in power in 1999 and they left in 2007. So if you check it out, it's barely maybe 24 years ago or 25 years.
A quick one now. Would you now say, based on what they have taken time to explain, Larry has said, Olayinka, would you now say that Wike is right after all, judging the fact that he worked against the former president of Nigeria, Jonathan, just because he wanted still the same power he's looking for again today, and now he's coming again for it. He doesn't care if the PDP goes down, and all this while, Wike, give it to him. He could be getting angry today. Would you now say at this point, Wike was right after all?
Well, Wike was right because, number one, power was supposed to be given to the South in PDP. But at the same time, him, to being a very strategic person, talking about Atiku Abubakar, he demanded that if power must go to the South, that we already know that South have state, the state has state, then it should be the turn of Southeast. Not even Southwest, because Southwest was in power. They've been in power for reasonable. So he knew that Wike was targeting it because possibly he may have had first-hand information about the politicking Wike was doing. So Wike, on hearing that it should be wheeled to Southeast, he now no, I don't want it. Let everybody try their luck. And unfortunately, he didn't know that the same Northerners were going to drag the tiles off his feet. So right now, the situation I cannot really say this one, it means good for Nigeria, because if you look at, Wike, who is totally against, the return of Atiku Abubakar via the office of Lereda, his special assistant, and also seeing Atiku Abubakar come the way he's coming. They too have their own plans. And guess what? Their plan, I would say, is for their personal selfish gain.
One more question before we wrap this up. What do you think will become the eventual turnout where the likes of Ogbena Regbeshola, Kwangwaso, the person of El-Rufai, these are guys gunning for power, the likes of Rotimi Ameachi, all seemingly coming together for one purpose, and Atiku coming together? Who do you think, all of them, they're trying to see how they can oust power from Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Who then will be the president? Because all of them, probably apart from the person of Aregbesola, even Peter Obi, they're all going for the same presidency.
I can assure you that that amalgamation at that coming day, that coalition will not work. It will not work because none of them are growing younger by the day. And right now, whether we like it or yes, if they want to start up a new party, every one of them will want to run, and they will come out with their best. Right now, as we're talking, ADC also are trying to see how they can get a reasonable number of persons, especially across board, those who have been stripped of an opportunity to lead this country and those whom we believe can help out. New crops of politicians, but the question is, would these old guys, would they allow it? All of them have been given opportunity. Can we start naming them? From ministerial appointment, some of them had opportunity of being governors, some had opportunity of being vice president, some had opportunities of being, in different positions. How was their performance? Erofai is a man who is very apt in his word. He reasons perfectly. His wisdom, political wisdom, is apt. But given opportunity, throw him to the field for practicality, he will goof a great deal. We saw what happened. Despite everything that we saw happen in Kaduna State, he didn't even say anything. Kaduna people went through hell during his time. Atiku Abubakar, when they came out to watch the dirty linen outside, we saw what the person of Obasanjo said about him. Those things are not palatable. Do you think these guys have changed? I didn't hear them go to the mosque or to the church to confess their sin, which means they're only coming back to do worse. Why? Because fortunately, they have seen that where they stop, people have taken it far beyond. If they were eating in millions, people have taken it to billions. These guys, that's just their pursuit. Nigerians should wake up, reason. If we must give an opportunity to someone to lead this country, should be someone who is people-oriented, the likes of Peter Obi. Let's tell ourselves the truth. These are the only kind of people that can salvage. If we give it to any of these guys, they have long list of persons who they want to do what? They want to settle. You understand? And this long list of people are all, sorry to say, thieves. Let's not say they are fraudulent. They are thieves. In as much as they are thieves and you want to settle them, you put them in any office, the only thing that hits their mind is looting. And the next thing, they will set up media organization everywhere to be fighting people who castigate them and begin to drag people to court. Come on. Why would we allow these same people to come in? As much as what they are saying is perfectly true and that this government does not have any good policy for them to, I can't even support any of them.
All right, we could go on and on. That's going to wrap it up. Let's brainstorm what's your take. Do you think that, in all honesty, these guys deserve a shot at the presidency? And do you think they are coming together, the amalgamation is going to yield anything positive? Because all of them are aiming at the same position, become the president, the next president